welcome back to Zonadiscgolf. Here we are with the back nine of the Navarra Open with Mens and Vilja Hulden.
Yeah, thank you.
Hello.
This is an awesome place to play disc golf. It's been around for a couple of years. It's an 18-hole course in Navarra, as you can see. And disc golf in Spain is really growing fast. There's going to be a new course in Bilbao this year, another new course in Cádiz, where they're playing the Spanish Championships in October. So there's
another in Barcelona.
And Barcelona, right. And it's great potential because Spain is one of those places in Europe where you can play year-round, and there really should be more disc golf in Spain.
There definitely should. We've been saying this for years.
Yeah, disc golf in Spain rules.
Yeah.
Okay, we are on hole 10, part 3. It's a heavy uphill with a hazard area on the right.
Yeah, this is sort of like most players are going to go S line with a sidearm and trying to get it up there with a little bit of a skip. There's a hazard on the right, so the backhand line is riskier. You can go backhand, but then there's that hazard that comes into play.
Explain us how to do it. Here you are.
I'm going for the S line. I got it, but I didn't really get a skip. I got a roll sideways, so that's going to be a long putt. A reminder, at hole 10, we are in a situation where Miguel and Mons are tied for the lead, and Nate is 1 stroke behind. Leon is 3 strokes from the lead, and he's also going with a sidearm line.
That's it. There's a narrow window, we see.
And looked like he flipped it a little bit too much, but he's got a putt. And it's an uphill putt, so that's much nicer than a downhill one on this hole.
And it's not that hard to par this hole, but there really aren't very many birdies, so 1 out of 10 were birdies.
We have seen some backhand throws, even touching this berm of the bicycle track.
Yeah.
Just playing like this and slightly. This was a bit too far to the right, but this was the idea, just to gently touch the berm.
He's going to be in the hazard zone, but he's got a putt to save par. That's what often happens if you go backhand land hazard. So it's a risky line, and it's a low ceiling, so it's tricky. But if you don't like the sidearm, that's an option.
Yep. So here is Nathan. Nathan is also for the sidearm.
Yeah.
Also the S line. A bit higher.
And that actually looked great. He also didn't get a skip, but he's putting.
Yeah, so he's got another opportunity here to catch up to Miguel and Mons. Especially Miguel, who's in the hazard.
Yeah, there we go. So
nice job.
He now ties it with Miguel for sure because Miguel is in the hazard zone.
Yep.
He has spoiled a 4-stroke average advantage, no, on those front 9. Yes, it's been quite a heavy change.
Yeah, there's been a pretty big shift. And the front 9 is definitely so much easier than the back 9. So we've got some exciting things to see, I expect.
Yeah. We start to see the beautiful views on the highest part of this course.
Indeed.
Leon just misses putt.
Struggling with the putt, yeah.
Yeah, this is fantastic. For those who are wondering, are we high up enough where it starts affecting the flight? No, we're only at about 200 meters from sea level.
Yeah.
Discs fly normal.
Which sea level is that to affect?
Let's see.
Somewhere around like...
That is a
nice excellent. Great save.
Saves the par from the hazard. About 800, 900, you start noticing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Madrid. Madrid is 800 meters high.
Oh yeah, that would already show. So
you need slightly less stable discs there to match the same lines you're getting at sea level.
Shop online at madiscgolf.com.
Okay.
Well, hole 11, the most famous, iconic hole in Irisarrilan, the beautiful downhill view from the top of the mountain.
Yes, it's gorgeous, but very stressful because everybody feels that they just have to birdie this. And it's actually not that easy to do.
Yeah, you have to put the brakes on very early, and it's all downhill, so it's so hard to not get too much of a skip or land in the wrong place. Lots of things can happen here. There's really no OB that comes into play, but you can go ways away down the hill.
Oh yeah, I've skipped
And
like
there-
100 meters past the basket.
And the wind changes on the day, and when the wind starts to blow, we have seen that it goes gently on the slope of the mountain, and there is an uphill wind there, which is quite strange, and some discs can go really far away if the angle is not right.
Yeah, and Nate's actually throwing his Berg here, which is a disc designed not to fly far. It's a 1-speed disc, and he still gets a lot of mileage out of it. But yeah, disc choice is important.
Absolutely, you really want something soft. I really missed my pig on this one.
I think I'm gonna come up
see you-
short here. That's a rat, stable one.
We see you shooting even downhill. There's so heavy downhill that you don't have to throw flat. You have to throw downhill.
Yeah,
Yes.
most of these players are gonna
Yeah.
go standstill flick of the wrist kind of throw. Even a jump putt, I think, could be doable.
Probably could be.
But then if you're jump putting, you're floating it, and so you're not as accurate. A hyzer line that lands where you want it to is prefer to play. This looks good. Except we can't see the whole flight, but it should be up there.
I feel that it was a little short.
As a long putt, which he runs, and is gonna get a return putt about 6-7 meters. And the wind has picked up here, so we're all a little bit stressed out with the putt.
Yeah, this is. I mean, the putts here can be really stressful as well because you just really feel like you have to make these, even if you're a little bit further away.
Ooh, and he
Ah.
catches a piece, but
It seems like Leon is losing a bit of the confidence he gained on the uphill.
You're running it.
I was
and
running it
going
100%. I missed that putt at a crucial moment in the Basque Championship, so I wanted to get even with the basket. But
No luck.
Well, at least we are seeing that the fog has disappeared and we have this beautiful weather.
yeah, who wouldn't want to come to Spain to play disc golf with scenery like this?
Exactly. Where even if you miss the putt, you can just comfort yourself by looking at the gorgeous view.
And there we go.
Oh, Miguel,
Excellent.
beautiful.
Excellent.
Another birdie. Well, the previous was a par save, but yeah,
Another good
good
putt.
work. Leon, that's a comeback putt.
That a strange distance, about inside the circle, but not too close. And
Yeah.
Ooh, a bit
it's
nervous.
fire.
It's hard
Yeah.
to see how much wind there is because there aren't any trees
true.
close by, but you can see the chains are even waving in the wind.
That's true. So that
So-
might have just been the wind.
Yeah, and
Oh no! Going past again.
Oh my God, this basket is a bit shy.
Yeah, it seems to be getting everybody now, except for Miguel. Ouch!
no.
Another rim shot.
We can
Okay.
hear, you know that Leon is wearing a wireless microphone, so we can hear the comments. It's interesting.
yeah,
I'm sure it's very
see the-
uplifting.
I'm sure it's pretty
comments,
predictable too, and I'm
Ouch! And that comes
that
out of
one
the chin.
from
That's a
North.
double bogey.
yeah, it's a double bogey, and I want to crawl into a little hole somewhere, and I think Leon wants
Yeah.
to. We don't need a mic to know that.
You're absolutely right, Vilja. It seems like an easy hole, but it has been quite hard, especially on the passing.
Yes. There's some. Maybe the scenery is distracting people. I don't know what's going on there, but or maybe it's the wind.
Hole number 12, we keep on downhill, a bit less, 70 meters, just 4 meters downhill, but a heavy slope to the right.
Yeah, I think this is actually pretty flat. It's not really downhill. And here there's a bigger landing zone here than on, say, hole 1. So if you get within 6-7 meters, you should be able to prevent a roll away. But I've seen Mark Lopez last round. He hit the rim, almost made an ace, and he rolled all the way down the hill. So
Yeah,
this
I was
is a
on the next
punishing
hole down, and we heard the cheers when he hit the rim, and then we saw it roll down the hill, and it was just so brutal. Just and the last guy you
Here we
want
are
that to happen to, such a nice guy.
Yeah, as a reminder,
We're seeing the...
Miguel
No, excuse me.
with With that birdie, he is now at minus 15, and Nate is at minus 14. So pulling away again. Here's the chase card playing. That's Robert from Madrid, or Austin, Texas.
Manuel, who's second on the overall classification. Mark Lopez, Spanish champion.
He had the most.
And Victor Parejo from Doñana, the club which organizes the Spanish Championship in just a month.
Yes, in Cádiz on the new course. That I'm looking forward to that. Mark Lopez in red. He was the unluckiest person ever yesterday with his rollaways. Whenever you could get a rollaway, he pretty much got one. But there he is.
Okay, back to action.
Smiling.
Miguel Caparrós.
So
Okay, here it is.
because of the slope here, there's really only one play you want to go: soft hyzer, soft landing. There's a sidearm play, but it's dangerous.
It reminds me a bit of the hole number 5,
Yeah,
more or less a bit shorter, but or hole number 1 also,
Yes.
70 meters slope to the right.
Yes,
Yeah.
there's quite a few of those on this course.
and
And he's okay, but he's putting downhill, which is very scary.
Okay, Nat.
Nate's
Try to
going with
park
his
and
envy.
Put Miguel under pressure.
I don't think
Yeah.
he's going to go early skip here. I think he's going to go full flight, which he does. That's the perfect line. And now you're going to get the soft landing there.
That's beautiful.
Picture perfect.
That's parked. Here you are.
I'm going with Rat again. Good for visor 70 meter.
Wider line, yeah.
Slightly wide. It's actually a little bit too wide because here you can see it was in danger of rolling away, but
Yeah.
I got away with it.
Okay, Leon, trying to recover from this mistake. Hole 11.
That's the hyzer line.
So-
Also a little bit steep, but stays. Got a little bit of an extra skip. I'm not sure he's gonna like it.
But you've all gotten away without any bad rolls so
No rolls
far.
on this. That's surprising. This is a surprisingly good group of drives here.
Okay, Leon also in this distance. Uphill.
And
Oh,
Very
nice.
nice. Very nice.
Are we in danger of getting a star frame here?
I think you might be if that was the first putt. So he was the furthest
but we
away.
have a downhill putt.
We
coming
do,
up, so
yeah.
that'll be
I don't
the
know if I'd-
exciting one.
Ooh.
That's not what you want to see
Scary.
walking up
Yeah.
to the basket. Well, it stays.
So that's a relief in itself, but
Yeah, but
It's tough.
Nathan is gonna increase the pressure.
yep. All
yeah,
right.
I've got a little shorty uphill that was
You
about the
recovered a
same
little bit
distance
from
as
the.
Nate. So that's 3 birdies
Yeah, not bad.
going into hole 13.
Oh, hold on. Nathan's still putting in his. Oh, that
yeah,
can
it
still
wasn't
be
as short
scary.
as I thought.
But he makes
Great
it. Good
play.
confidence.
Yeah.
Hole number 13, par 3. It's a very difficult hole, this one.
Yeah, you can go sidearm, but there's a tree there that most people hate, and then you can go backhand, but the natural fate of the backhand is toward the OB on the left. I think the best play is the sidearm, but nothing's easy here, as you can see. Nothing is easy on this course.
What is this? This is mental game? This is your coach? What is that?
This is. I did not
Exchanging
realize we were on
information.
camera.
So we're obviously playing the same round,
Vilja, Hulden.
And I think we're discussing your double bogey on 11.
among other things.
Open? No,
Okay, it's great to play in family. That's a huge advantage of this sport.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah, on a
Such
day
a
like
good
this,
sport for everybody. It works for everybody. All right, here's Nate, who is now again
he's
tied
going
with
that
Miguel.
sidearm line, and That looks like the right line. Skip, and he gets a roll. Ooh.
Well,
And
at
then-
least
no.
this fence
Keeps
Go-
going, keeps going.
It looks
Oh,
like he's OB.
shoot.
this net was upright, but it was not on the right place.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay, Leon.
Yeah, that's too bad from such a nice drive.
similar kind of line, similar skip, and he gets the same roll.
Oh, it's like the
Wow.
identical shot. Identical
But he
result.
stays, so
Well,
he actually has
he gets
the puck.
luckier.
I don't think the net got it. I think he just
He just
stopped.
rolled
Yeah.
to the road.
Yeah. I'm going backhand.
backhand
I've
line.
decided it's safer.
Because of the angle of the disc on the landing.
Yeah, if you can control that
Oh.
landing, it should
Yeah.
be okay. I rolled down, so I've got a similar putt as Leon, I think. Is Miguel also going backhand?
Yeah.
So there's a backhand line too, where you go all the way over the OB and come in really steep and try to make it stop by the pin.
Yep.
Robert, who we just saw in the previous, Mark,
Yeah.
had great success with that
Some-
one.
Even some skips on the road, but it's a
Yeah.
very extreme line. Yeah. Okay, he goes the backhand.
Bit
Oh,
high.
way too long.
And I couldn't tell whether that was OB or just rolled far.
He seems to assume that it was OB.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here we're seeing Nat looking for his disc. For the people that he's getting introduced into disc golf, all the players have to help to find the disc of the other players or to watch out, because you have a 3-minute gap to find your disc before declaring it officially lost.
Yeah. And it's going to make a difference because, well, there's an OB for lost discs here. Oh, sorry, drop zone for lost discs. So Miguel pitches up, wasn't really running that. Same thing for Nate.
Nothing.
This is a birdie opportunity for Lone, but it's not all that easy.
We see the net covering there, at least, if he has a roll away, if he touches the rim.
Oh, not quite.
Just misses
Well.
it. And I think the cameraman wasn't fast enough to get my putt, which I missed. And now under the basket. Leon, come back, nice one.
Okay, -1, -1, just it's a short result here on the lead card. So it seems like he could lose positions. Miguel Caparrós, it's a bogey, so it's 14 negative. Here you are, Mans, 13 under par. And Nathan, 14 under, so you are really close.
Yeah.
Just one stroke away.
Yeah, the three players are pretty much in contention. Lone slipping away a little bit. This is a tough hole. It's a small gap that you
Maybe
have to
even-
hit, and even if you hit the gap, you really have to make it stop somehow. And because the sidearm is the preferred play, there's no natural way to make it stop.
No, but the sidearm is a little bit safer though than the Anheuser, than the backhand Anheuser. Shout out to Ida, who had a gorgeous backhand Anheuser there that almost went into the basket, but it didn't, and so it was 100 meters past.
Yeah. Here you are, a bit on the wide line.
Yeah, I
Well,
turned over the drive and no good.
Yeah.
Long approach shot for me.
This hole saw the second ace of the tournament in the couples tournament, as we said.
And pay attention here. Leon is going to go with an entertaining line.
He had good
Extreme
results with this
alternative line.
in a previous
He was
round.
very close on previous line. Bomb,
And-
Heiser,
bang,
but he
big-
hits the cable
The cable.
and diverts the flight 100 meters to the right, I think.
I recognized I was filming and I didn't know what the.
There we go.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Why is
crazy.
he complaining? What has happened? I didn't even saw the cable. Yeah, it's.
Yeah, so he gets to play from the drop zone if he doesn't find that disc. And I'm pretty sure he'll happily take the drop zone because who knows where it might be 200 meters down or
Yeah.
something.
And you don't want to be
He
in
was
those
struggling
woods.
to recover confidence. It's so sad that he has this result. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's had good results with that line. The only thing is the cable is in the way. I didn't expect that. Nate going
Okay,
more
Nathan, he
traditional
has-
sidearm.
Keeping the pressure up. trying. Are you playing to to attack, or are you waiting for the other player's mistake? What do you have to do in this situation where you're so close?
Well, Nate he's been playing very steadily, so no setbacks for him. That's going to skip down, though, so birdie might be out of the question. But he's maintaining really good pressure, no big mistakes. Both me and Leon had terrible fives a couple of holes ago. And yeah, so I think if I were Nate, I would just maintain that same play.
Yeah. Here, Miguel.
Yeah, Miguel can't really take any more mistakes. Not that he's had any big ones, but he's
High and
he
again,
really wants to maintain. Oh, this
Yeah.
looks nice. Oh,
but it doesn't stop. See,
That's so unlucky.
Yeah.
This hole is so difficult because of that reason.
It sure is.
Yeah, even if you land a bit sooner to have more space, the roll always can be very long, and there is no way to stop it until it arrives to the bushes or to the net.
Yeah.
So I'm up there asking whether the fence is OB, which would allow me to move closer to the fence
but it
to
was
get the
not.
gap. There's a clear gap, so I get a harder shot, and somehow I put the brakes on. So
That's gotta feel good. And then,
It was a textbook approach.
yeah, no putt left.
Okay, jump putt. Oh,
ooh, it was a little
Touch.
bit short.
yeah.
Oh, it's such a steep incline; it's very hard to make it stop. And follow-up putt. That's not what you want to see.
Oh no, that is so
That is
scary.
Ooh.
Tough.
Yeah, it's tough moment. Confidence is a bit.
Nate is actually a little bit closer than I thought. And he runs it, but no go.
Yeah, but no, it's important putt now for Miguel to try to keep up the pace with Nathan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was
Decided to lay up.
obstructed, so he just lays it up.
Yeah.
Lemon
That
makes
wasn't a
that. That's
gimme
good.
either, so he's
Another
gonna,
double bogey.
yeah.
Big up and downs. Yeah.
Yeah, so you don't really see that much of a change except for
Got the
Leon.
par.
I was happy about that. It was
So that's Nathan.
such a bad position to be in. And the holes don't get any easier here. Now we're
No.
going to hole 15.
Number 15. This is a narrow corridor with a lot of slopes. If you don't fall down on the road.
Yeah, most people want to play a little bit to the left because you're less liable to roll down. If you go close to the right edge, you can just hit a little leaf and be diverted off course and roll all the way down.
But if you fade too steeply into the left, if you hit the bank, you're also liable to roll
Right.
all the way down.
We might see a solution to this hole on this card.
Aha,
I'm not
exciting.
giving anything
Foreshadowing.
away, but yeah.
The previous groups walking down, they're not looking too pleased
There's
with themselves.
Robert, Victor, Manu, and Mark.
In this moment, Manuel was very close to Leon, fighting for the 4th place because of those last holes. Leon is losing a bit of steam.
In
Here, teammates, good colleagues.
earlier tournaments, we got to walk over the Great Tibetan Bridge, which is
After this hole,
fantastic.
that's right.
Fantastic
It's
views.
gorgeous. Except if you're scared of heights, then you definitely don't want to touch that bridge. But if not, it's beautiful.
Luckily, there's another route, so if you're scared of
Why
heights-
do you use the dirt on the ground? Why don't you use something? It's the most effective way, or
It's really muggy outside. I have one of those whales, but at some point it's too humid and they stop working, so the dirt works really well.
okay?
Yep.
Full commitment.
I did exactly
Right.
that, where you hit one leaf and then you get
Yeah.
a roll away.
Oh dear,
All
there
the
you
way
go. Oh
down.
no, oh no, stop.
This
Mouth
tells it all.
open.
Yeah, that's why you want to go a little bit more left.
Yeah. It even landed on the fire road, but it rolled away.
Yeah.
Okay, Nathan trying to keep up the pressure.
He's also got the whale. It's a popular gizmo these days. Here's Nate. And did you see that?
Oh, that is so clever.
It is clever.
That's what I am going to do every time from now on.
Trick shot, yeah. I'm not really sure if it was intended,
Oh,
or
it was.
but it was spectacular.
Yeah, he's been playing those on several holes actually to prevent final
great.
long skips.
That is
Okay,
really
fun of-
smart.
Yeah, yeah. That's high level play.
Yeah, creative.
Okay.
Here's Miguel. I don't think he's going to try to copy Nate though. It's not doable without practice.
Yeah, but I'm sure he's tempted. I would be.
Well, if you can do that, hit it right dead center. Oh, but he floats to the right, and there's a big bush there. You're gonna be 7-8 meters from the basket, but it's almost impossible to get a birdie from there.
Oh, yeah.
So it seems like there will be at least one stroke shift
Quite possibly, yeah.
for Nathan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Leon.
Oh, that's a
nice
beautiful
low
line.
line.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect skip.
That
Great.
Yeah.
nice.
Excellent job.
That's it.
That's what most of us are trying to do.
Ojo, tiro fundamental.
You are way downhill.
Yeah, and there's
Oh, you're all the
way
way in
too
the
many
road.
trees in the way, and so I'm pitching up. Can't really get. There's that bush where Miguel is, so I can't really get close to the basket, hoping I can make the next putt, which is going to be about 10 meters from up high.
And here you are, so this cuts to the... You've
Yeah.
just climbed that long hill, and now you're climbing up on the ledge to make your putt.
It's a physical course.
Yeah,
Here.
you have to like be
You
an
have to-
athlete. Like, what's up with that?
And also, there's so much slope, like maintaining your balance when you're putting on a slope like that, ground shifting, all that. It's a huge factor.
Not
Nice
quite.
try.
And so there you see Miguel.
Yeah,
Don't-
he's having a hard time
He's
with his
all right.
balance too.
So frustrating
Trying to
being
find a
7
line.
meters from the basket, but you can't really run it.
Ooh,
Ah.
well.
Good roll.
And now we have the two good drives. Lone probably up first.
Okay, taking
And
his
there we go.
time, trying to calm down.
Yeah,
getting all
good
the-
birdie for Leon.
Yeah, the-
Yeah, good composure there.
And Nate. Yeah, let's-
Okay, Miguel with the par. He stays on 14 under.
Yeah, now if Nate can make this, that would mean he would get the outright lead
for the first time.
for the
yes.
first time in the
And he
tournament.
does.
So
He
that's
does.
he's minus 15. Miguel is going to be minus 14, and I'm a few behind, minus 12.
Yeah. So,
So
okay, hole 16, another classical hole here, downhill, but it's quite dangerous. There's a lot of ways to make it wrong.
right, so the road and beyond is a hazard area. So it's not OB. You can play from there, but you get penalized one stroke. There's a sidearm line, which I like, but I haven't played it. People
Yeah.
have great success from the left, throwing something stable, fading in very quickly. I think Nate is going to show us that line.
And the circle of stones there that's not an island. It's just marking the 5 meter line.
Yes. It's,
There we go, quick fade, but this is too high. And so
Oh dear, yes.
Oh,
He's
he
gonna be in the
fades out.
hazard.
remember, it's hazard, so he plays where he lands, so he's a bit far away.
Yeah.
Right. And Lone's doing the same thing. If you go low enough, this is a very safe shot.
But
So-
he hasn't.
Serio?
Yeah, same problem. You
same
could sort of
advice
see that he
around.
wasn't aiming low enough.
Right. The hyzer line, which Miguel is going for here, is also dangerous because you can actually go very far into the woods.
Yeah, there's a slope to the left that's not easy to.
So
And
he's
he
trying to
keeps-
avoid that,
By
but
keeping it low,
Skip.
but
Oh,
Ah,
the skip, but doesn't
quite
fade.
get him there.
that's still a makeable putt though. So he has a putt for
So
Par.
now you are in a good position because both of them are on hazard, so you can make a 1 or 2 stroke flip. Oh,
Nice
that's
try.
great.
Yeah,
You're the
inside the
I got a
circle
lucky
stones.
skip over the rocks too. So
Yeah,
I'm
sometimes
5
they
meters
prevent
away.
that. Sometimes they work as guardians there, but
Yeah, it's a perfect line. Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, but still the good line is flirting with the hazard area, so you have to fly over it basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is another one of those where you really feel like you know, everybody should birdie it, but it's actually quite a bit more challenging than you think. So
Is
here's
Leon gonna
Leon.
run this?
It
He
looks like it.
he's
He's gonna try. It's a bit
he's
far
winding
away.
up like he's running it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a
And-
full
Oh,
run and saved by the
Well.
rocks. They do have that function too. They
That's true.
stop rollways.
That's true.
Viento de cara,
They work both ways.
4 kilómetros por hora, subiendo.
Okay, important part. He will try to save the par. He's in hazard, remember?
It's a long putt.
It's a long, and the basket is elevated, so that's an extra factor here.
10 por hora.
The wind is increasing.
And I don't know if he was
There's a
running that.
front wind.
Hard to tell. Hard to tell.
Yeah.
But he's got a good result.
Could be the wind
on
too. Miguel is actually kind of close, so this will be a full run.
Oh,
just-
way too high.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's going to be fours for
For
those six.
everybody except you. And are you gonna put this
You
in?
have a birdie. Yeah.
Yeah, toward the end you get a lot of these potential two-swing,
Yeah, there we go.
two-stroke swing
The
holes.
best moment to do it.
Yeah, so
You're
you're caught up by a couple.
minus 13. Couple of strokes you're gonna gain.
Right,
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
so
Nate is still in the lead with minus 14,
Oh,
and
Leon.
Miguel and I are one stroke behind, and Leon is going to be at minus 7. He's getting some bad rolls here on back 9.
But really, the back nine, I think it has like 6 or 7 of the hardest holes on the whole course. So the back nine is definitely
Okay,
tougher.
so Nathan is one stroke on the lead, but both you and Miguel are just one stroke behind. We are arrived to the 17. This is a new hole made express for the tournament. This is a heavy downhill.
Yeah, and it gets windy here. So the standard play is a mid-range or a putter. You float it out, and you want to make sure it's on a hyzer line. Come in over that last hill, which tends to block some bad shots. It's a little bit windier, so I think we're going to see maybe fairway drivers from some of these, just because it's a headwind, and throwing those mid-ranges and putters into the headwind is not something you want to do, because you have to power it a little bit. It's still 100 meters, so it's more like
Those berms,
plays like 80.
Those berms from the bicycle jumping track also act as
Here's
obstacles.
Robert from the chase card, and you can see the wind there. He's like, what? He's flipping his T-bird, and it's way out there. And you couldn't. We were commenting about this because we had a backup and we were waiting. You couldn't feel the wind at all on the tee.
Oh, it's one of definitely. It's one of those holes where you get
Yeah.
a lot of those hands up in the air, surprised expressions.
And so the lead card definitely got an advantage here because we got to see these throws.
Ah,
And here's
Yeah.
Mark Lopez.
Mark Lopez, the Spanish champion.
That's the
Heavy
good line.
confidence in
That's
his disc.
with the driver line coming over that last hill. Yes. skipping.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, that's 4 meters away.
He's in the game. Victor Parejo from Doñana, also in the chase card. He was fighting for the 4th position.
And he also turns it. Goes OB.
It's not turning.
Not coming
It
back.
went away. They were singing the Calixto. Yeah, it's the last disc. Okay, here we are with the lead card.
No comments
Nathan.
required.
yeah.
There's
Okay.
Nate going with his zone. Baby
Yeah,
putter
looks
mid-range.
good.
And gets over the last hill. That's going to be a
Alright.
putt. I think it's a little bit to the left though, and it's windy down there too, not just up here.
Yeah, but at least he's safe and has a putt, so it was a good.
But
Good
both
result.
Miguel and you are now obligated to try to at least
Right.
fight for the birdie.
Right, yeah, and this is not really, you're not in big danger if you throw a stable enough disc. So I think we're all playing 100% for the birdie.
The wide line we see.
And is that going to come in? Yeah,
Oh.
that's the perfect line.
Full commitment and full confidence on the stability of the disc. Yeah.
Yep.
And this is not. I mean, even if you feel like you weren't in that much danger playing this, but this is one of the holes where there's the most bogeys. So 30% bogeys on the hole.
Yeah, I can believe that. It's easy to slip out left OB, or especially under windy conditions. Let's see what Leon does. I think he has a putter. Oh,
So going really high.
the thing is, he's not going to turn it, but it might float too far because he put so much power on it, and he's
Ouch.
OB, as you can see.
Ouch. Yeah. So putting in from the OB line.
Yeah.
We can see the mountain bikers. There's a enduro track with some lifts, so it's fun also to combine mountain biking with disc golf. You can do
Doesn't-
mountain bike in the morning, disc golf in the evening.
Doesn't seem to bother Leon, the putting. So yeah, I landed right there. I had a similar shot to Mark Lopez from the previous group. It wasn't shown. And
It was an important pad. Okay, Nat.
now Nate has a
opportunity.
great opportunity.
Yeah.
Reminder, he's at minus 14. We're at minus 13.
Yeah, he could
Again,
really extend
He
his.
could really extend his lead and play the last hole safe,
Oh.
but
Ouch. Just
and a
misses
little bit of
it.
a comeback putt. So this is crucial for Nate now.
Yeah.
He knew that
Wants
he
to
would
give a
have
bit of
clinched it
emotion.
had he made that putt, and now that puts enormous pressure even on short putts.
For sure. For sure. So
Yeah.
let's see.
There we go.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
very nice. Good confidence.
And we still have Miguel, and he should be so close. We saw that on the replay there that there's really no putt to speak of. That means
Okay.
we're going to go into the final hole with a two-way tie.
That's right.
Yeah.
Miguel and Nate tied at minus 14. You are one behind at minus 13.
Hmm.
So it's still a
And
three-way
this-
competition.
Yeah. And this is the most difficult hole in this
Oh, yeah.
tournament. On hole 18, it's new and with a heavy turn on the Mando.
Yeah, about 2% birdies, I think.
Yeah. So not a birdie fest here.
So
But a lot of bogeys.
Yes, definitely 35% bogeys.
You have to measure the distance here and to get a window to make the turn on just one stroke, but not going OB
Yeah.
over the fence.
fence is OB, and then you have this triple Mando where the basket is tucked in and it's OB all around. You don't actually have to go through the Mando. If you're by the triple Mando, you've got a good putt at 7 meters, but it's very tricky.
Yeah, it's narrow enough that it's hard to get to the mouth of the Mando to putt.
Yeah. For the drive, there's two options. The more aggressive line is obviously the sidearm because you can get around that Mando tree up closer to the pin.
Okay. Okay, last hole. Good luck for everyone. And this is a new hole just for the tournament, so there has not been a lot of training here.
Miguel's going the aggressive sidearm line, which easily goes OB if you put too much on it, which he might.
Just
too long.
slides OB.
But remember, this is going to affect Nate's shot selection because Nate now knows that he went OB and he's tied.
Right.
So I'm going to go first, and I decide not to go sidearm. I'm going to go backhand conservative. Just make sure I have a second shot for the birdie.
Okay.
And that comes up a little bit short, so I'm just by the Mando.
But you still have a shot at the birdie.
Yep,
I mean,
the
it's a
birdie
tough
shot's
shot,
there.
but it's there.
But Nate's decision, he's still going to go sidearm. He's still going to go aggressive line here. Not affected by Miguel's OB.
But maybe he figures that he's got this sidearm dialed.
Yep. There we
Yeah,
go.
maybe if you change now,
And-
try to be
and-
more
and-
conservative.
And he does have it dialed.
have it dialed.
Perfect.
That is the perfect
Why
shot.
change it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, Leon is also trying the sidearm.
Go, and he's gonna slip OB.
Ah.
Oh, but he gets the roll back.
Oh,
Oh,
Well, if
very
you can
nice.
do
A
that,
bit-
then
Yeah,
a bit
well
of
then,
good luck.
then you don't have to
know,
worry
it's
about
not
that.
always bad luck.
Well, yeah, he deserved that after all the bad luck
It
he's
was
had.
poetic justice, yeah. He needed it.
Okay, so Nate's going to go first, and I think he's going to play somewhat conservative. Remember, he doesn't have to birdie this now. I'm behind.
Yeah.
Miguel's
Depending on what
OB.
he thinks I'm going to do, he plays it pretty safe, and that's going to be a par for sure. It's 20 meters jump putt approach. So he's in the clear. He's going to par. I'm going to go 100% for the birdie because that's the only way to tie,
That's right.
which
Ouch!
requires an S line, and he requires you to miss the manto.
Oh dear. Oh, that must have hurt.
So now Miguel has to park this. And it comes up short, and it's
that's
not
a nasty
OB, but it's
spot to
terrible.
be.
It's impossible to get to the basket on the next shot, pretty much. Some sort of roller kind of thing,
Yeah.
but it's...
Let's see if Leon can capitalize on the luck here.
And
He's trying
yeah,
to pass the
he's playing
Mando.
for it.
Oh, a bit
And
too long.
He's not
Same
OB, right?
problem
But
on the long side.
Yeah.
yeah, that
We need
Mando
another
is pretty
stroke.
brutal, especially with it. It's got those fat sides.
Yeah.
I'm, of course, still playing for getting
Far now.
through the gap.
Yeah. We have
Ouch.
seen a lot of bounces there. It's a pneumatic, so the bounces are heavy. Yeah.
Yep.
Ouch! You were pretty close to getting there,
So
though.
there's the roller, which is so hard, and now he rolls OB.
That was
So that's 2 OBs on this hole.
I think
was
it's
Miguel,
game
right?
over. Yeah.
Yeah, and Nate knows it. He just has to lay this one up, not do anything unexpected, and he's got it. There we go.
Oh,
All
that's
right.
it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right. So he's shaping up to win here.
That was great display of composure from
For
a
sure.
young man.
Yeah.
Leon also trying
impressive.
the roll away.
And
Whoa.
that's this.
And Miguel was saying to him, "Don't do the same thing that I did."
Yeah,
But he
the
did.
slope is just so wrong for rolling it up,
Yeah.
and there's nothing there. Just play it up. And
He
now,
was up.
and this is crucial. 'Cause this is for tying for second place. This putt,
Yes,
7 meters,
So he's going for it. And just misses. Oh dear. All right.
so that was a lot of excitement for the last hole of the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, 18 is a great hole. It's a great hole to close a tournament on. There's so many things that can happen.
Yeah.
Leon looking to finish the tournament. Move on to the next one. Oh.
Oh no!
Speaking
oh,
of
no.
things
Fire.
that can happen.
getting some
He
encouragement.
just
there.
wants to end up.
Yeah, that's
The
rough.
confidence is gone.
Well, great
Watch out, the
camaraderie
7
there.
triple bogey.
Yeah, like one of the things about this tournament though was just how awesome people were. Like people
So
were
fun.
so nice.
Once,
That's good.
oh.
No, stop.
Don't go OB.
Come
don't
on,
go-
man.
No.
No.
Oh, it doesn't go OB, but it just keeps rolling. So he's still got a challenging.
Undeserved punishment
back.
now.
Yeah.
Please finish it up, Leon.
He's done. He's like,
Where are we?
okay, I want to go home. I gotta get out of here.
Okay, that's
Oh,
it.
there,
We have a winner.
Seems like he hasn't won the
Yes.
tournament.
Don't they say most fun wins?
Yeah, that's right. Most fun wins.
And we're cleaning up in front of our winner.
And the champion,
There we
Nathan.
go.
1400 and man's second position. Oh, it's been such a great end for the tournament. A lot of lead changes and a lot of emotion till the last hole.
Yeah, I saw these last putts. I'd finished, and so I could come and watch these last putts here. So I was really impressed by how composed our winners were.
And here's
Yeah,
Nathan's father, who also competed. They competed all the family.
Yeah, in
Dad, ma'am.
multiple divisions. I think this tournament could become sort of a classic in Spain. And the course is obviously
Yeah.
going to evolve. It might be a little bit on the short side, but it's very technical. And there's plenty of space to move things around and make this like something absolutely fantastic.
So Nathan Lanneluc with 14 under, second man's Hulden, third, Miguel Caparrós, and fourth, Leon Blanco.
And Nate had a really good back nine. He played -1 the back nine. Everybody else on the card played over
This
par.
is the Spanish Cup overall classification. Miguel Caparrós is still on the lead. Manuel Dominguez, who was on the chase card, is second with 126 points, and Federico Sorensen with 84. We have 2 rounds remaining.
And shout out to Aida, who's in 4th place and could play feminine.
Yes, yeah, and she's somebody to watch. Like, she is both very composed and a very impressive player.
Yeah, here is Miguel telling it was been a very sad ending. He had a 3-stroke advantage, which was an important difference here. Almost all holes could be made with birdie. You could play quietly, but I played wrong. I started to spoil it, and I've been catch on the end. I have tried on the 17 on the desperate move, trying to tie. But on the last hole, I've messed it up completely. I made 2 pars on the last rounds, and now I have made a triple bogey, so it was a sad finish. Okay, the third place is still a positive result for the general classification of the Spanish Cup. Yes, in the overall, still I have a good margin, but this is a PDGA tournament, so I'm not satisfied. I want to make good results in each event. Thank you for your positive attitude and good luck. And thank you for showing disc golf in Spain.
Awesome. It really just came down to the last hole for Miguel there.
It did, yeah.
Okay,
He was par until 18.
Here on Navarra Open, from Bilbao Disc Golf Club. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's been quite a fun final round with a lot of changes in the leadership. You have had quite a solid putt, and you have been quite stable on those ups and downs, no?
Yeah, the putting was the main up and down there. I was doing really well the first 9 holes, and then things started happening. I took a 5, but I kind of came back from that, and then I got a bad roll. But it was super tight all the way to the end. So hole 17, hole 18, anything could have happened. And Nathan, of course, I mean, at that age, he has a really strong mental game. And it was great fun to play with. The whole group was great fun. It was like we were looking at Leon's alternative lines. He had a lot of bad luck, so that was a little bit. But it was a great group, great ambiance in the group. We had a lot of fun, and I'm happy for everybody.
Maybe the key point was on hole 16 when you were a couple of strokes behind, and you made a beautiful birdie on the circle of stones, and both of your rivals took a hazard. So it began like a 2-hole championship, no, in 17 and 18.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. I thought I was out. That not everybody's can afford this, but I got a 2-stroke swing on the whole field there, and I was back in it. And like I said, 17 and 18, that was, it was exciting.
Yeah, you live in San Sebastián, in Donostia, near here. Have you come many times here to the course? You think that knowing the course is an advantage on those kind of courses? How much does it influence on the performance of a player?
Yeah, because the holes are kind of short, and it's risky, and you kind of have to park some of the holes because putts get so risky. So yeah, sure, there's a huge advantage if you've practiced the shots.
Okay, so congratulations, man.
Thanks.
Okay, here were your comments. Here we have Nathan Lanneluc from the Cestas Disc Golf Club in Bordeaux, in France. Congratulations for your victory.
Merci beaucoup. Je suis très content de ma performance.
Thank you. I'm quite happy. I was a bit stressed on the beginning because of being filmed, but well, I relaxed and I managed to make my game. You've had quite a stable performance in all the final round. There was a bit of leadership change in the back 9. We had a bogey, I thought it was going to be
qui était devant moi
put me back
pour
on
les
the
rattraper
on
et
the overall
finir premier.
classification, but I managed to finish first.
Oui.
You have played European Championships. Have you plans of going more international playing?
Oui, oui.
Have you come another time in Spain?
Des Purificación Tomás.
Yes, I went here in Oviedo, in Purificación Tomás.
Et voilà, ici là, c'est ma première fois.
But
que
it's
je vais
my
jouer à
first time
Iris
here
Paris.
in
Très beau parcours,
Navarra. It's a beautiful
avec,
course.
beaucoup de montées, beaucoup de descentes.
There's a lot
Et
of
il faut savoir
uphills and
s'adapter
downhills.
et
You
faut
gotta
laisser
adapt
passer,
yourself
place à son jeu.
Comment faites-vous
and make your
en
game.
France, il y a plusieurs de courses qui sont assez plats. Comment vous faites
In France, many courses in your area are quite flat. How do you adapt yourself to those heavy uphill and
Là,
downhill
faut le faire à
shots?
l'expérience et s'adapter parce qu'en France,
So
on
the
connaît pas
idea
ça.
is
Donc,
to play on those
voilà,
kind of
s'adapter.
courses to become a more complete
Merci beaucoup.
Merci.
player.
Okay,
And finally, Lauralie, who has won the female division, Lauralie Lanneluc, her sister. Congratulations. You've had quite a big gap with the second player. Did you enjoy the course here in Navarra? It was quite hard because this was a lot of rollaways and we're not used to play with those so much slope and those rollaways.
Et quelle est ta spécialité? Tu aimes plus la part plus avec la forêt?
Do you love the wooded part? You love the open holes, or you are complete players?
La partie la plus compliquée pour moi, c'était vers le 7, le 8.
The heavy wood was a bit more complicated for me,
Pour moi, ça allait.
but when the fields open, I'm more relaxed.
Des forts bancs dans les trous plus ouverts ont beaucoup d'influence.
There has not been a heavy wind, fortunately, but I'm quite used because in my area there's a lot of wind, so it's not a big problem for me.
Bueno, amigos, y esto ha sido todo desde esta
Okay, so that was it. I want to thank Mans and Vilja for your comments, and thank you for sharing all your skills and your knowledge with us.
Absolutely fantastic. And it's great that you can do these interviews in 3 languages, you know. French,
Yeah, so
Spanish.
impressive.
Yeah.
For sure.
We are impressed. And great footage. This place, the course deserves great footage.
It does.
It's such
It
a
does.
fantastic locale.
Yeah, and our pleasure to commentate. And again, like one of the best things about this tournament was how awesome these people are.
As you can see right here.
And the food.
And well, the food doesn't hurt either.
Yeah. Well, Basque food is quite famous, so come to Spain, come to play disc golf. Thank you very much for
And there's that
Here's a
cable
replay
shot.
helping
of
us.
I think that's the shot of the tournament, though.
It is.
the tournament.
How do you hit such a tiny little
And
cable?
for all the English-speaking spectators, if you like it, please like, share, subscribe, help us grow disc golf, not only in Spain, but in all Spanish-speaking countries in Latin America, on the United States, all the Spanish-speaking population, to make disc golf even bigger. And thank you, Mans, thank you, Vilja, and see you next time.
Thanks.
Absolutely. Thank you.